Hello, Namaskar. Thank you for signing up to this course, Open Presence. My name is Chris Kang, and I'm delighted to share this space and time with you in Open Presence. In this first video, I like to speak about the nature of our experience. And in this process, I would like to give some pointers to help you inquire deeply into your experience and to have a direct and immediate recognition of the nature of your own mind, so that without any props, without any steps or stages, without any contriving, you can directly see meditation not as something you do, but as who you are. Now, when we begin this process, many of us, we enter this path of inquiry or meditation, however you call it, with different motivations. Some of us, we want to find happiness, a more lasting and fulfilling happiness. For many of us, we have had enough of distraction, of worry, of anxiety, of this constant grind of our mental suffering. And that motivates us to inquire more deeply into our existence, into our experience, to find a way out of our suffering. Yet for others, we might enter into this path because we have a longing, a deep and unfulfilled longing for infinite peace or blissfulness, something that we cannot find anywhere. We have tried everything else, but none of these things that we have tried actually work. The more we try to find happiness, the more we try to find happiness and lasting happiness in objects, in goods, in things, in possessions, in accolades, in wealth, in status, the more it seems that happiness eludes us, the peace that we long for just seems to slip through our hands. That infinite longing can only be fulfilled by an infinite peace, an infinite reservoir, an infinite ground that is not transient, that does not come and go. So we enter into this process of inquiry or meditation, and here we are. It is an honor for me, a blessing, to share this time with you and to share some pointers on recognizing the nature of your experience. Now, if you look at whatever you are experiencing right now, what do you find? Perhaps your eyes are seeing visual forms. Your ears are hearing sounds, particularly the sound of my voice. Your whole body may be sitting down and feeling the sensations of your armchair. Or if you're sitting on a meditation cushion, you're feeling yourself, your body grounded on your cushion or on the floor. You may be sensing also the atmospheric temperature. Perhaps there's a cool air of the air conditioning or the fan, or just the natural breeze. Or perhaps it is quite warm. And what about your smells? You might be smelling some aroma in your environment. And you might be tasting something. Or perhaps the taste is quite neutral. You are not eating or drinking anything right now. So you are not tasting anything in particular. And what about your mind? You might be thinking. There might be thoughts and images or an inner voice running through your mind. What about your heart? There might be certain feelings or emotions that's happening right now. So seeing what you see, hearing what you hear, smelling what you smell, tasting what you taste, sensing what you sense at the body, feeling what you feel in your heart, cognizing whatever you are thinking in your mind. In all these ways, experiencing is happening. Now, when you investigate right now with me, who or what is seeing? Who or what is hearing? Who or what is smelling? Who or what is sensing? Who or what is thinking? Who or what is feeling an emotion? What do you find? Can you find that someone? If so, where is that someone? In your head? In your body? In your big toe? In your eyes? In your forehead? Where exactly? Look into that so-called person who is seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, thinking, feeling. And what do you find? Try it right now. Very good. All that we can experience about the different sights is the process of seeing itself. If you look at the image before you, the object that you are seeing, all that you can find in that very moment of seeing an object is the seeing itself. Where is the separation between the sight, the object that is seen, and the seeing itself? Can there actually be a separation? Look at that in terms of your experience, not by thinking about it, but by looking directly at the experience of seeing. In the seeing, of the scene, where does the scene end and where does the seeing begin? Where does the seeing end and where does the scene begin? Look for it and you cannot find that demarcation. So therefore, all that can be said, all that can be known of the scene is the seeing itself. And all that can be known of the seeing is the knowing of it, the knowing itself. And all that can be known of the knowing is simply knowing. There is nothing about knowing that can be grasped or held on to as an object. Knowing can only be known by being itself. Knowing is ever self-knowing. The light of knowing illuminates its own self. It is not known by anything else. So in the knowing, there's only the knowing. And this knowing is but the ever-present nature. It is not something that is born and does not pass away. It is the very nature or quality of every moment of experience. It's the experiencing in the experience, the knowingness in every moment of knowledge. It is what makes you alive. It is the very consciousnessing in every present instant. So be consciously conscious, knowingly knowing, in the very ground of your being. That is who you are. Now, if you were to look more deeply into this knowing, you can't really find it because it's not an object of knowledge. But you can try right now. Try to find the knowing and see what happens. Very good. Simply rest in that unfindability of your knowing. But just because it's unfindable doesn't mean it is not there. Your knowingness, your awareness shines brightly as it is in itself, but it is not possible to hold onto it or grasp onto it as an object. Can we allow it to flow as it needs to? Can we be open to simply presencing, simply knowing, simply consciously conscious, simply aware in our being? Our aware being is our very nature. Rest in that. So there you have it. You have begun and you have arrived. It's a simple, direct recognition of your aware being. No steps, no stages. But it does require a certain degree of openness, receptivity, and a willingness to inquire, and a willingness to allow reality of your experience to unfold, to emerge, to rise up, to meet you. Without any preconceptions and without any expectations, let us enjoy and embark on this journey of aware being, open presence. So thank you, my dear friend. I'll see you again, and we will continue to participate in this co-presencing, this co-awareness together over the next 6 days. Today being the first of the 7-day course. Once again, I'm very happy to meet you here. And thank you for supporting the work of Aware Zen. Namaskar.